Hey, what's going on, everybody? This is Tyrone back with Tech Life. This article comes to you guys from Mobile World Live. I'll leave a link to it in the description so you guys could check it out. So, with everything that Verizon is doing, the portable private network services, scaling C-band as quickly as they are, and still scaling that for the rest of this year and likely most of all of next year, they will continue to scale C-band in suburban, rural, wherever it's needed. They're going to put it there. They're doing that. And now we possibly tomorrow with tomorrow's announcement, we possibly have a complete total rebrand of Verizon. As the day goes on, I'm hearing more and more details, and it looks to be a total rebrand of the company. Different font for the sign, different logo, color I'm hearing. I mean, Verizon's been red. I mean, I'm sure you guys have heard the term big red. They've been red all these years, so we could have a different color. I'm also hearing that they're going to introduce perks on the for the FiOS and 5G home broadband users now, where it's going to be like on the wireless side, it's called My Plan. On the broadband side, it's going to be called My Home. So they're going to include perks there, not for free, but it's going to be a bundled value type of discount, the same as what we're seeing on My Plan with the Plus Play, where you can pick and choose. Okay, I want this month. I want this. Oh, this is a great discount. I'll just bundle these for one price. It'll be a similar situation on the broadband side as well. So now that they have achieved scale on the midband, which is what they desperately needed, they needed to get that out there so they can bring the speeds back up to par and so they can start organically growing. Now they're wanting to get AI involved on the customer service side to make that better. So now is it time for Verizon to start scaling and growing again organically, where they can come out on a quarterly basis and say, hey, we got 200 to 300,000 customers that joined us on a quarterly basis. Is it time now? Before, they just couldn't do it. They didn't have the capacity. They had the lowest amount of spectrum per customer during LTE. They had no opportunity to grow. They couldn't add network assets materially fast enough for all that for any growth that they could have gotten if they would have gotten more aggressive. But now that's a different story. Now they can grow. Even early on when they got the C-band, they still really couldn't have that explosion of growth. They just didn't have the scale. Today, that's a bit different. They have scale now on C-band. And you can see they're closing the gap to T-Mobile on speeds, the median speeds, and they're still adding C-RAN, and that C-RAN also will get C-band over time. So were they just waiting to line all of their ducks up in a row before they started this explosion of growth again? So, I mean, it's very possible that they were waiting for this, and that this rebrand, this total rebrand that we will hear about tomorrow, could be the could be the start of bigger organic growth for Verizon. It's very possible. I just wanted to present that possibility to you guys in this video. You guys have heard me say I've been down on Verizon. They weren't really exciting. It was just very boring, no excitement. So this rebrand could bring that excitement back to Verizon. It's just been very boring with them. Any announcement that they've made, when they announced TracFone, they themselves didn't even make it exciting. They just, we're buying TracFone. And then everybody was just like, yeah, they got the money. They're the most expensive. They'll just buy TracFone. They didn't come out with a very aggressive tone or language saying, yeah, we're going to get it. We're going to do that. They're not, there's nothing exciting. Hopefully that changes tomorrow. I'm hoping that's a possibility, that Verizon finally woke up and they said, look, we're going to do a total rebrand. We need it. We're going to change colors. We're going to change fonts. The employee uniforms are going to be changed. We're going to do this to the broadband side. and we're going to put our heads down and we're going to compete. Now, of course, today I'm hearing more and more details, but I still don't know what it fully looks like. So I'll be tuned in tomorrow morning when the announcement comes from Hans Vestberg. But I'm hoping it's good, because that's going to drive the industry forward. T-Mobile's already getting a little too comfortable, in my opinion. When they started raising price and they started making all those changes, you can no longer pay off your phone early. That shows me they're starting to get into that recliner, very comfortable position. They need to be put on notice, and they need to be put on their toes. I think Verizon is the company to be able to do that. So if it's a good announcement tomorrow and we hear something that's like, okay, yes, I can get behind this. This is great. This is great new marketing material. You will hear me say it in a video. If it's just like, okay, this is good, but you didn't go all out, then you will also hear me say it like that in the video. But just wanted to talk about that in this late afternoon video. We have everything now. Verizon has everything. They have the assets. The C-band is fully cleared, meaning they now have access to all of the bandwidth, not only parts or only in parts of PEAs. That's how it was at the beginning. They only had full access to the top 76 PEAs, couldn't do much outside. That has changed. Now they have access to absolutely every ounce of the bandwidth of C-band. They're deploying it. There is a possibility that CBRS, which they've heavily invested in as well, goes full power. Eventually that goes to NR as well. So some of the chess moves that they've made will eventually pay off, especially if CBRS goes high power. If CBRS goes high power with that C-band spectrum asset that they have now, I mean, it's going to be a vicious network that Verizon is presenting to the public. So maybe they figured out how to strike the balance of being the premium carrier and trying to also grow its value proposition. So maybe we hear more of that tomorrow on the total rebrand and everything else. I'm also hearing, to close out the video, I'm also hearing Verizon postpaid stores are going to start including the branding and selling of Total by Verizon. So some stores you may have already been seeing that. So that's also happening. So they're growing the retail footprint of Total by Verizon that way as well. They're adding Total by Verizon stores, but they're also going to start selling it out of Verizon stores. So that's good to see overall. We'll see what happens tomorrow. I'm a little excited because I'm hoping for change. Even under this current leadership that I've said multiple times now over years that they don't get it, they don't understand it. But maybe they have finally come to the conclusion that, hey, look, we now have the assets. The assets are deployed. We have enough capacity. We need to go out and monetize and grow again. So hopefully that is the case. So let me know your thoughts in the comments. Like, share, subscribe. Follow my social media outlets. This is Tyrone with Tech Live. See y'all in the next one. Peace.